Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a fun little build challenge. So I've been thinking about doing this challenge again for probably a few weeks at this point, and I haven't had a chance to sit down and actually record it because I want to do the format of this video a little bit differently. So as you guys can see, we are currently on a 30x20 lot in Newcrest. It's just a normal lot, empty lot. And as you could probably tell from the title and thumbnail and all of that stuff, we're going to be attempting the black and white build challenge. So this is going to be a little bit tricky because I did this challenge a few years ago and it was an absolute disaster. So yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm going to try and limit myself to only using the base game as well, just to make it a little bit less chaotic. But on the other hand, I also don't really use a lot of base game items all that often, so I don't really remember any of the color swatches or like the order of the color swatches. So the way that I'm going to do this is, as you can see, obviously my monitor is in full color at the moment, but I'm just going to go in and turn on the grayscale filter on Windows 10, and we're just going to start building. So basically this is making my entire monitor. I wish I could show you guys a picture of it. I might take a picture of my screen right now and put it on the video for you, but yeah, I am literally seeing in grayscale. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. But I also want to take a little bit of inspiration from this particular Sims 2 house for the shape of this like house that we're going to be building. So I was thinking of doing something fairly basic, and I'm thinking, yeah, like I said, I want to take inspiration from that specific Sims 2 house. So I want to, like I said, I want to do something a little bit more basic, a little bit more, I guess, easier to work with, I guess you would say. So let's just do this, and I think I want, yeah, I want this side to have the little bump out, and then I want the bump out on this side as well. And then I want to carry it through, I think. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That works, I guess. I guess that works. But this is going to look like it's going to have a second story, I think, just so that I can get that like big open space up the top. And yeah, that will be it, I think. I want to make this a little bit smaller, I think, like that maybe. Or am I feel like something is missing. Let's do the floor plan first, I guess, and figure it out. So that could make a really nice little bathroom. That could be a bedroom. Yeah, I want to do another bedroom. So that could be like the main bedroom and the kids' room or something. And then we could have like the kitchen over there, I guess. Do I want to make that a little bit smaller? Nah, I think it works. Yeah, so we can do it like that, I guess. I think this needs to be a little bit... yeah, it needs to be the same size as that side. Okay, yeah, so we need to make that bigger. So main bedroom, kids room, I guess. And then one bathroom. We can have a nice door to the backyard over there. We can do like the Sims 2 house and have maybe like the dining room over here, and then like living space and I guess kitchen over there. But I feel like, I don't know, yeah, I feel like this needs to be one wider. So we can get like, yeah, so we can get like centered a little bit better. Okay, so we'll do that. Now, time to figure out the roofing. I did map this out a little bit off camera just to see if it would work with the Sims 4, like with the way that the Sims 4 works. So I want to do something like this. I don't want to go too overboard, but I do want this to be a kind of, not weird house, but like I want it to be different. I don't want to do that roof there. Let's just go for a half gabled, I guess. So maybe like that. And I feel like we need some sort of dormer or something. So we could probably do... I don't want it to be too like big. So I feel like that, and then carrying it through to the back as well. Yeah, just like that. Just, you know, fairly basic. Like I said, I really want to take inspiration from that Sims 2 house. I don't know why I've been in a mood to play the Sims 2 again recently, and I don't know if I want to deal with all of that. Last time I played the Sims 2, I had a lot of crashing issues with the game, and it kind of just put me off a little bit. So I don't know if I want to sit down and spend the time to figure it out and fix it. But yeah, so I feel like this would work. Yeah, so I feel like this is a okay shape, I think, with the floor plan looks okay. Now, for the rest of this video, I'm probably going to do the rest of it, not off camera, but you will see it as a little speed build portion. So I won't do it like live recording, I'll do it as a little speed build. But I won't speed it up too much because it won't take me that long, I don't hope. But I will obviously do all of it in black and white, and then we'll come back and like I'll do a voiceover in between too, but then we'll come back for the big reveal at the end. Okay, so here we are with the little speed build portion. Now I will admit that this did take me a little bit longer than I originally thought it would. So it took me almost an hour to complete this build, or like to complete the speed build portion of it. So I did have to speed it up about 3 times, and I did have to cut out some things, but I kind of tried to cut out boring stuff. Like, if you've seen me do one part of the landscaping, you've kind of seen all of it. I tried not to go too overboard with the landscaping, and you know, just I didn't really cut out any cluttering or anything like that because I didn't really clutter all that much. But yeah, like I mentioned in the little intro, obviously, you know, all of the stuff is black and white. I did keep to that. I haven't spoiled myself by seeing the build at all at this point. At the point that I'm doing this voiceover, I haven't recorded the kind of like reveal for the end of the video where we actually turn the monitor back to color and I can actually see what I'm doing, or what I did, I guess I should say. So I haven't done that yet. I haven't seen the build. I've really been trying not to spoil it for myself whilst I've been editing this video and all of that stuff. So yeah, I've edited this, you know, obviously it's still black and white in my editing program. So yeah, I haven't seen how any of this has turned out. Now, I will say that I did try to make sure that I used items from like similar, I guess you could say, sets from the base game, so that I knew they would hopefully have the same colors, even though I'm pretty sure I messed up somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if I used like dining chairs or something that were a completely different color from what I intended for, but I tried to use items that hopefully wouldn't be too bright, if that makes sense. So if I do have different color chairs, hopefully they would all be like a light color and not, you know, like bright neon colors, if that makes sense. So I did try to do that. I don't know how well I did. I don't know what I did with the wallpapers either. Like, I tried to go with something that I thought would be a light color. I'm really hoping it ended up being a light color. I mean, it could end up being like a light blue or a light like orange for all I know. I don't really know. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I did, like I said, I did try to keep it to light colors, just so that if it did go horribly wrong somewhere and something really doesn't match, then at least it's not bright neon, if that makes sense. So yeah, I tried to give this whole space on the interior a very almost neutral color scheme. Of course, everything to me at this point is neutral because it's all black and white and gray. So yeah, I kind of did pay attention to how it looks in grayscale and just try to make it look good in grayscale and try to make it match. And I don't know if that's going to end up working well, because I could for the life of me not remember which swatch was which. But yeah, this is going to be interesting seeing how it turns out. I tried not to go with too many of the like default swatches for the items, because some of the items I am used to what their default swatch is, especially for things like dining chairs and stuff like that. I kind of know what the default swatch will be, so I felt like that would be a little bit cheaty of me to just go with the default swatches of everything, because I kind of know what they are. So for example, that mirror, I know for a fact the default swatch is bright red, so I really didn't want to go for that one. And like the bath mat, I think the default swatch of that is blue, but I was kind of hoping for either a white or a yellow, so I hope I got the right one. Obviously the bathroom is probably the easiest room to do, because you don't really need to change the color of the shower or the toilet. And you know, the cabinet for the sink, I think I used the plain white one. The kitchen, I'm not so sure about. Obviously the countertops would be black, going off of, you know, the color that they are right now. I think the front of these counters are white, and I'm hoping it's the one that has the kind of like light wood sides to it. I'm really hoping it's not the orange wood, because there's one that has like black countertops, white front, and then like orange wood on the side. I'm really hoping it's not that one, but I like looking back at it, I have a sneaking suspicion that I ended up with like orange wood in the kitchen somehow, even though I was hoping for that light like tan sandy color. Yeah, I don't think I got that one. I think I got the orange one, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so this is, like I said in the beginning when we did the little like layout, this is going to be 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. I end up furnishing the kids' bedroom to be for 2 kids, so there's bunk beds in there. I did put in some toys and all of that stuff. I feel like with a kids' bedroom, this challenge is probably pretty easy, because for a kids' room you can realistically get away with the whole idea of, you know, it's not supposed to match. It's supposed to be a bunch of bright colors because it's a kids' room. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like luckily with the beds especially, I'm pretty familiar with the bed that I end up using. So I know for a fact that the bed frame, or like the iron frame of the bed, is going to be white. And I know the bedspread, at least for the top bunk, is like bright pink and blue. I think bright pink, blue and white, if I'm remembering correctly. So I tried to go for a similar color scheme for the rest of the bedroom. I don't know if the bottom bed ended up matching or not, or, you know, anything like that. I don't know what the wallpaper is going to be like. I could have used like green wallpaper in there for all that I know. So yeah, we'll have to see what that turns out like. Same thing with these couches. I think I went for a gray swatch, or like a really muted blue swatch, I think is the one that I went for. That's at least the one that I was like hoping to go for, or like gray ideally. But yeah, I don't know, it could be the green swatch, it could be the pink swatch, who knows at this point. In Greyscale, all of those light swatches kind of just all look exactly the same, because they're so similar. Even with the colors on, like they're all very light colors, that when you turn it to Greyscale, it's all just gray. And you can't even really tell the difference in the grays, like different shades of gray. It's just gray. So yeah, it's gonna turn out interesting, I think. Now this is where I did put the like dining space. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I wanted to put the dining space right here in the front by those big windows and by that like vaulted ceiling bit. And I did that intentionally to kind of go along with the Sims 2 build. Now originally, I think in the base game of the Sims 2, I think they do have a dining table placed exactly where I have this one in the original Sims 2 build. They have the dining table in the house, like right in front of those like double height 2-story windows. I think either that, or my mind is playing tricks on me and that's just where I always place it when I play in this house. But either way, obviously, like I said in the beginning, I will have put a picture of the house that I was basing this exterior off of on the screen for you guys. The interior is wildly different. Obviously, the layout and all of that stuff worked out totally differently because of scaling and, you know, all of that stuff. But I also didn't do the back, like the back of the build to look like the original Sims 2 one. I kind of just took inspiration for that little turret, not really a turret, but like double height ceiling thing in the front, so, and the look of the house from the front. But yeah, so you guys will have to let me know how you think it turned out. I think the like overall shape of this house and even the layout is pretty nice. I really like, I feel like it all flows pretty well. It would be like fun to play in. There's a lot of like open and empty space that you could put other stuff in if you wanted to. So obviously I only used the base game for this, but if you had other packs, you could easily put in other things. You could put in maybe like a standing piano somewhere, maybe move the desk into like the parents' bedroom and then have like a standing piano there, or maybe put in like an easel in the parents' bedroom if you, one of them maybe is an artist, and you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of open space that you could fill with stuff. There's also a lot of space where you could put like infant playthings and all of that stuff. If you wanted an infant in here, it would be very easy to kind of like renovate the kids' room to add a crib in there, or you know, anything like that. It's very easily customizable, I think, if I'm being completely honest. And I really like the shape of this house. Like, I really like the idea of putting inspiration from that Sims 2 build, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we've actually already finished the main bedroom and we've moved on to the kids' room. Now the main bedroom, I think the bed swatch is green and the bed frame is gray, so I'm not super worried about the bedspread, but I think it's either green or pink. And the bed like frame, I know for a fact, is gray, I think. I say I know for a fact and then I think. But yeah, I think that is the gray beds, like bed frame. So I tried to match the end tables to be like a light gray, you know, to go with that. I'm hoping I did. Again, those items, they're from sets in the base game, from these like modern contemporary sets in the base game that I never ever use. I don't ever use those end tables or, you know, anything like that. I tend to stick with stuff from like newer packs just because they're higher quality and they're like texture wise and design wise, they kind of look higher quality than a lot of the base game items. They look less plasticky, basically, whereas those base game items all look very plasticky, which isn't something that I usually like, so I don't usually use them, so I'm not as familiar with the color swatches. So yeah, this is going to end up being interesting. And yeah, so we've moved on to the backyard. It's the last little bit that we're going to be doing. I decided to be brave and use these like anniversary like lounge chairs that we got at some point. I think the swatch I went for is like one of the grilled cheese swatches, so I think it's pink, like a salmon pink color or something. But yeah, I decided to be brave. Same thing with these picnic table, not picnic tables, but like umbrella dining tables. They come in some weird swatches and I don't know any of them off of the top of my head, so I tried to go for one that would have the same table color, wood color, as the little end table that I put between the lounge chairs, hoping I went for the same one basically. So yeah, we'll have to see how that turned out. But the backyard is fairly simple. It's literally just the pool, the lounge chairs. I did put a monkey bars in there as well for the kids. I put obviously, you know, table, grill, couple of planter boxes, and that is basically it. So we're going to be doing a couple of finishing touches really quickly. I'm finishing up the landscaping. Decided I wanted to be brave again, add some flower boxes, hoping that I got the white ones, and then doing a little bit of like finishing touches to the landscaping, adding some more landscaping, but I tried not to go too overboard. So I decided to keep it to like, I think 3 different plants, like the hedge, the standing hedge, you know, one flowery plant, and then those low-lying flowers. So I tried to keep it very minimal to try and avoid basically having too many different colors of flowers in there. And then I do a little bit of terrain painting. Most of it I do off camera, just adding in some flowers. At least I know what those colors are. And yeah, doing a little bit of terrain painting, hoping that, crossing my fingers, it all turned out well. But yeah, with all of that said, we're basically done finishing up some terrain paint. So let's go on in and go into the game and take a look at this build and see what it ended up looking like. I am honestly so scared. The only thing that I'm sure of is that the roof will be black and the windows will be white. That is all that I know. So let's go ahead, take a look. Okay, so here we are with the finished build. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my colors again, and let's see what this ended up looking like. Okay, so I can't see the build. I did this intentionally. Okay, so at least the fence at the back is a acceptable color. It's like a light tan color. Okay, so the house has red bricks. I was hoping for black bricks. I was hoping for the black brick swatch. My dog is barking like mad. Let me go check on him really quickly and I will be right back. Sorry about that, you guys. Of course he would decide to bark right as I'm recording. But yeah, so at least this did not turn out as badly as I thought it would. I was really worried about these siding colors not matching up and like being different colors. But from what I can see, they're white. I am so happy. I was so worried I was going to end up using like, you know, a white on this half brick portion and then like green on the top or something. So I'm really happy it ended up actually matching. I am so thrilled about that. I did forget to move the little like mailbox. I'll just put it there. But yeah, so the landscaping also looks fairly good. Like, I was hoping this would be blue flowers, but I will settle for purple. That's fine. At least the flower boxes ended up being white, like I was hoping they would. So yeah, overall, this exterior actually does not look too bad. Like, yes, I knew for a fact that I was using one of these bright colors. Like, I thought it would be the pink because I could swear that that was the pink swatch. At least that is something that I did know I was getting myself into. I'm really happy though that this umbrella ended up being okay. I mean, we were one swatch away from like pink or green. I'm really happy it ended up being blue, although pink wouldn't have been too bad. But yeah, I'm also, the chairs, again, really happy with the pale blue. Like, I was hoping this monkey bars would be white, but you know, the pale blue matches, like kind of matches the umbrella on the chairs, you know, we'll go for that, it's fine. So let's go ahead. Oh dear lord. I already see some oopsies that happened that I did not want to happen. Oh dear lord. Okay, so first off, this flooring color I was hoping would be like darker or gray. The wood color is fine though. I'll settle for it. Oh good grief. Yeah, no, see, this is what I was afraid of. I was hoping for white curtains. I thought I had that white swatch. I had the pink swatch. Same with these chairs. I thought they would be blue or gray. They're pink. Oh yeah. Oops. I was hoping I was hoping these tiles were white, like the backdrop, like the black backsplash. They're pink, which means I ended up using, pink tiles in the bathroom as well with, oh good lord. So I avoided the red, going with something that I thought would be like, you know, light blue or white. It's bright as yellow. I mean, it matches the bath mat, kind of. I wish you could see my face right now. I wish I did face cam for this. But again, I thought this was the white swatch. It's not. Oh, good grief. And then we have, obviously, you know, the blue on the interior. That's fine. This, I don't know. I was hoping for this table. But these chairs, I was hoping for something different. I don't know why. But I mean, it's not the worst. It could be worse than that. The living room, I mean, I kind of got the couches that I was hoping for. I was hoping this would be the white swatch. It's blue, so it matches the wall. And then this is a different color. But, you know, all in all, the living room could be worse. If you don't look at the curtains or the kitchen, which is a hot mess. Because, yeah, like I mentioned in the voiceover, I had a sneaking suspicion that I had the wrong counters, and I did. I was hoping for these counters, I think. Or was there... I think I was hoping for this swatch. Or like this swatch. Either one. But I wasn't hoping for this like orange wood. So yeah, combined with the orange wood and the pink and all of the blue, it's something. It's something, alright. But yeah, so going into the main bedroom, I at least got the wallpaper that I was hoping for. I was hoping for this like darkish grey. Again, I got the pink and the white confused. I was hoping for the white, ended up getting pink, which is a hot mess considering we have a green bedspread and a beige rug. So, you know, it could be worse. It could be a hell of a lot worse. I'm glad at least that the end tables match the the dresser at least. So I mean, I could have gotten the pink end tables, which would have been a hell of a lot worse. So I mean, it's not the worst that it could be, but it's not great. Now the kids' room actually turned out freaking great. Like, I mean, apart from the end table, that's a little bit yikes. I mean, it doesn't really match anything else. But the beds actually match, and I was hoping that they would. I mean, the wallpaper, again, the wall color, great. It's not green like I thought it would be. It's pink, so that's fine. Curtains, I knew they were going to be that rainbow color when I picked them, so that's fine. Same with the rug. But yeah, the kids' room actually looks probably the best out of the whole house, if I'm being completely honest. Like there's a lot of blue, there's a lot of pink and purple. It all works, apart from the end table, which we won't talk about that. But yeah, overall, I think this turned out pretty okay. Like, it's not the worst. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, like I said. I was hoping for the black brick. Like, I was hoping to get this brick instead of the red. But, you know, I'll settle for the red. It looks a little bit weird with the pink flowers. But, you know, not the end of the world. Overall, I can live with this. This, honestly, I've done black and white build challenges in the past that have turned out a lot worse than this. So I am overall pretty happy with this one, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. So if you want to download this build for some weird reason, maybe you want to download it to renovate it and you just want the shell or something, then it will be up on the gallery ID, all of that stuff in the description as always. But yeah, you guys, so with all of that said, you know, like I said, gallery link, gallery ID, download link, all of that stuff in the description as always. Tray files will be up for channel members, and in 3 weeks they'll be going up for everyone over on my Tumblr as well. And yeah, that is basically it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you know, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more Sims content, and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great week so far, and I will see you guys all in my very next video. Bye everyone!